Hi there! Not only am I the guy who puts the art in ARTexplains, but you may also recognize me from the time my arm made a brief appearance in an episode of MTV's Made. I was in a lot more of the raw footage from that particular episode, but every last piece of it featuring me was cut, with the exception of a tiny clip from a dinner party. In this clip, I am completely off screen except for my arm, in which I am firmly grasping a salad fork. And then you hear my voice say, "We don't have any salads, but we do have salad forks." And then it cuts immediately to commercial, kind of like this. Unfortunately, I don't have the actual clip for you because it doesn't seem to exist online anywhere, further adding to the plausibility of the theory that MTV does not want my face associated with their brand. Anyway, the day the episode aired, I told everyone to watch it. One of my very best friends was the focus of the episode, and I was sort of in a side character, goofy friend role. I was expecting to be in, more of it, considering I was interviewed in front of the camera many times, and I was even invited to the European day spa / resort where the final portion of the filming took place. They had that sort of setup where they have that really hot bath, and then right next to it they have the really cold bath, and you're supposed to, transfer yourself between them. I imagine the people who derive pleasure from that sort of thing are the same sort of people who self-flagellate, but I digress. I guess it's partially my fault for being in the bathroom while the grand finale was being filmed, but I blame the breakfast buffet. My reaction when the episode ended, the credits rolled, and I realized how rejected I felt was kinda like this. My point is, I've gotten my hopes up about my entertaining abilities before, only to have them eviscerated by reality. In this case, reality television, but in most cases, just ordinary reality. Like the time in grade school when I did a magic trick for show and tell, but I did it completely wrong. I was supposed to make it look like I was cutting a string without actually cutting it, but somehow I did it completely incorrectly, so the class laughed at me, and I felt mortified. But then a girl in my class, we'll call her Kay, came up to me afterwards and said, "How'd you do that?" Even though the trick failed, just to make me feel better. Best thing about headscarves is how messed up your hair gets afterwards. So I invited her to my 9th birthday party, and she totally attended, completely unironically, I think. It's possible her parents made her go, but I like my version of events better. Regardless, I didn't fully appreciate the meaning and the power of her "how'd you do that?" until much later in life. But I do now. Thank you, Kay. It meant something to a sad little magician for you to accept him as he was. And so, to make it all the way from bad magic tricks and being not good enough for MTV to building from the ground up a YouTube channel with over 1,000 subscribers full of crazy content that I'm actually proud of is an indescribable feeling that I will now try to describe. It feels like acceptance for who I really am, including all of my triumph and disaster. All I can really say is thank you. So thank you. Channels tend to do Q&A sessions for their subscriber specials, so send me some questions and I'll answer them in a future video. See you then.